Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And now Hassan Haskins going to bring it out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Right to the air is Willis. Completes this to Colton Dell. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. The Titans had 8 and 5 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Dixie Maverick.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. A short throw taken in by Conquo. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 19-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Ready,
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On second down, it's Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
60 Vikings.
Quick throw to Collins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. You talk about this Titan defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 6 from the 10. In motion is Grant.
18 Rattler.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Here's Pierce. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal.
19 Titans. Can't do 11.
Third and goal. Stroud dancing to his left. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little, but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and a yard. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to throw, Willis. And he rifles one incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Third down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the 35-yard line.
Here's Stroud. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
A first down carry for Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Titans have taken the lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
At the 42-yard line.
Come on.
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Willis. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Chigacancro, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed. I
love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Grant. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come 19. Come 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Stroud to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Mustang 19.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from 28 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Hey,
Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah.
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 75 yards. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Henry up the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Willis is that's taken in by Okonkwo. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Stroud now on second down. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be stopped right there at the 31. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Dragon 60.
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Throwing now is Stroud. This will be complete to Mechie. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Mechie, the man in motion. And Stroud now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away now from moving out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Stroud's throw completed to Mechie. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6. Quick throw to Collins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Buffalo 18. 18, Randall. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. The throwing again is Stroud. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10. Here's Stroud. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Pierce now up the middle. And they work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On third down, here's Pierce. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
30-yard line.
Off the option, here's Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Here comes 2nd down.
Dragon 60.
Willis. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass deep for Okonkwo. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. And they'll remain down by 2.
Got it. Ready?
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Give left side for Pierce. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The first carry for Trenton Cannon. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Stroud looks to throw. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Ready?
Willis to throw. He'll get that complete to Down. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
45-yard line.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing, Willis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Now Willis. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready?
Remember, the 1 timeout still available as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Willis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And we know that this crowd really wants to explode. What a win this would be. They had a shot at the end zone right there, and it fell incomplete.
Let's go now.
Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Willis. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Texans, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.